Hello, my name's Julie Schwartz and I'm the Director of Mencap Trust Company. I'm a fully qualified accountant with further qualifications in trust law and in trust and estate taxation. My job is to look after the interests of each of our beneficiaries so their trust can make a positive difference for the whole of their life. Mencap Trust is a professional trust company. Like all trustees, we're governed by the Trustee Act 2000. Trust law allows us to hold money and property in trust with an obligation to protect its value and to use it for the enjoyment of the beneficiary. I'm going to use the term beneficiary a lot in this presentation. It's the right term and it's the legal term. But you and I both know we're talking about people with hopes and dreams and the good fortune to have a trust. So what makes Mencap Trust Company different? Our not-for-profit business model is very unusual in the sector. Low fees mean that we're a realistic option for families who want to gradually build up a trust during their lifetime or set up a relatively modest trust. But what makes us really different is that we know a lot about learning disability and autism, and we keep learning. In fact, you won't be surprised, we learn most from our beneficiaries, and we adapt what we do for each beneficiary. This is something we've been doing for 40 years. Sometimes our work isn't about writing a cheque. It's about making sure that the right level of local authority funding for care and support is being given in the right way for that person. Mencap Trust team and board are recruited for their qualifications, skills and experience. And just as importantly, we're recruited for our commitment to support people with learning disability and autism to live the best life for them according to their own talents, ambitions and challenges. We never forget that each person is different and we're there for each one. Getting to know the beneficiary and the important people in their lives is the most important part of our work. So how do we do it? We visit the beneficiary in his or her own home at a time that suits them. We always think about how the person is best able to communicate, and this will often mean that the visit is arranged when the most important people in that person's life can join us. Parents tell me that their greatest fear is that their loved one will fall under the radar. We work hard to make sure this doesn't happen. We make sure we understand how we expect each trust to be used, and we look for anything different. And we always encourage people to contact us if they think we can help. When life's challenges are to be faced, we'll always do our best to help. We often get advice and support from colleagues in Mencap. For example, we've called in advocates, and in the past we've made successful challenges to social services for adequate support hours for the beneficiary. We get to know about the beneficiary from the moment the trust is set up. Our youngest beneficiary is 1. For her, we make sure the money's well invested until it's needed, decades from now. Our oldest beneficiary is 81. For him, we visit him each year and encourage requests for things he enjoys. 5 years ago, we paid for him to visit his brother in Canada, and this was his last long-haul trip. He enjoys centre parks nowadays. Many of the people we work for have profound and multiple learning disability, and many others hold down part-time jobs. Everyone's different, and it's our privilege to have the responsibility for each of the trusts. Trust funds can be used for anything from holidays to houses, as long as there are enough funds. And it's worth noting that 1/3 of our money is spent on extra support from a friendly face. So this could be to get out and about more, or it could be a hand to hold during a hospital stay. If you want to talk about how our service can help your family, then please do contact us, either at the Trust Office or through our email. Thank you for listening, and I wish you the very best for your plans, for your loved one and their future.